Welcome to a new edition of 2-Year-Olds in Training. For the Harness Edge, I'm Harold Howe here with Ben Wallace. Ben, it's mid-May, and just before we jump into the 2-year-olds, it's Thursday morning here, and we were fortunate enough to see Easy Lover Hanover go a mile, and he's going in the Confederation Cup, so we've been waiting 6 months to see him. What do you think?
Well, he's been a great horse for us. I mean, it's a bit of a Cinderella story at the end of the year, but he goes into with a group of 4-year-olds that I think he's very competitive with, and we drew good Sunday, so still half-mile track racing gets tough, but we'll see how it all pans out. But I'm happy with him, and he's a nice horse to have in the barn.
Do you get a sense of what this group of aged horses is going to look like?
Well, the age group, I mean, they're snug. There's absolutely a great group. I mean, I'm not anticipating ours to go toe-to-toe with that bunch all summer, but I think he will pick our spots, and we've got the 4-year-old races to go for. I think that will be his group, but hope he develops into a real good open pacer for us.
Yeah. Let's talk some 2-year-olds. You probably got the best name bunch of horses that I've seen this year, starting with Cortez the Killer. Now, this is a $27,500 Mach 3 colt from the Canadian Yearling Sales. St. Lad's Farm bred the horse, half brother to St. Lad's Popcorn that people remember Jack Darling had. They made $650. What's your thoughts?
Well, he was a bit of a struggle early, but he's come around good. He's a good gaited big guy, and he's got his attitude correct now, and he wants to go ahead. I mean, who knows? I think again, I don't have a great group of colts, but I've got a nice raceway group. I think they could turn into some very useful horses. But this guy in particular has come to the front a little bit.
Another Mach 3 you've got is Cool to be a Mach. This is owned by Harness Horsepower Incorporated, half brother to Cool Jazz, $100,000 winning filly, homebred.
Yeah, Emilio Monte and I have always split a colt the last 2 or 3 years, and we lost one in the fire last year, and he said, come on out and see what I got, and I ended up taking half of this colt. His mother's out of, a great race mare, Yankee co-ed family, and he was a nice colt in the field, so we brought him in, and I own half with Emilio, and hopefully we can have some luck with him.
Okay. When You Dance, this is a Mach 3, homebred out of Armbro Dancer, Burnhamwood Farm, bred the colt. Of course, people remember Armbro Dancer. She made within shouting distance of $1 million for Jimmy Tactor, but she hasn't been that way in the breeding shed.
No, she's thrown a couple of useful horses. Again, Seth Rosenfeld and I had a real nice trotting horse, My Hey Hey, that we lost in the fire, and he suggested to me that he's got a real nice Mach 3 colt he'd like to send up to us to train. And sight unseen, I looked at the pedigree, and I said, look, are you interested in selling a piece of him? I'd be more than interested in taking a piece, and he did. And I just happened to get off the phone with Daniel Plouffe at the time, and because Seth had said I'd prefer to have a third rather than a half, and I said, well, I got a guy on the line who'll take the other third. So we carved him up 3 ways, and he is a horse that maybe you could get excited about. He's a big open-gated guy. I wish he'd stop growing, and I think he has. He x-rayed pretty good as far as the size on him, so we got the green light to go ahead. But he is one that maybe could be something special.
Here's a sentimental one, Barn 1. Obviously named after the incident here 15, 16 months ago when you lost the barn. Sports rider out of Titanic Rose, homebred for you and Jamie Millier. Half brother to Classy Lane Rose that we know won $500,000.
Yeah, there's another story. Barb Millier and Jamie and I own this colt together, and we've had pretty good luck with it, with that family. Actually, we sold one off that dam for $95,000, and then Rosie made us good money, and she's a daughter of Armbro Rosebud, which is near and dear to me. She was an O'Brien winner, so he's got a little back class to him, but he's an absolute sports car. He can just get up and go whenever you want with him. So, and Barb named him sentimentally for a situation we went into last year. I'm hoping it maybe rebounds and we have a little luck with him and go forward with him.
Okay. Never Walk Alone. This is an Art Major filly. Had to reach for $37,000 in Lexington. Antoinette Neghetto bred this horse, and he's full brother to a horse made $100,000, grinding it out. Useful horse, as you say, third foal.
Yes, interesting story. I trained the mother and I trained the grandmother. She walked on the beach racing the Breeders' Crown for us.
How old are you?
Older than I look, but anyway, the grandmother. I raced her. She made close to $1 million for Mrs. Nagito, and I raced the mother of this filly, and she was a fast Western Hanover filly that took a record of 52 or 53. And I had looked at a couple of them, and I didn't really care for them. This filly kind of stood out at Lexington, and I bought her myself. She's my fractional ownership filly if you're out there. But I own her myself and I love her. She can absolutely climb a tree for you. If you asked her to go up a tree, she'd do it in a heartbeat. So I'm hoping that she does that on the racetrack. But she's been a good filly training down.
The last one we've got today is D.A. Hello Dreamer. This is a filly by If I Can Dream that the infamous Bulletproof Enterprises bred. Daniel Plouffe owns it. My brother made $167,000. How'd that come about?
Well, Daniel just gave me a ring after this. After we again rebounding from last January, and said that I'd like to send you a homebred I have and kind of get her ready if we can for the Jersey Sire Stakes. If I Can Dream is pretty. He's probably about the last real good pacing stallion that's in that state, and maybe trying to get her ready early and go down there and do some good with her. She's been a nice training filly, a little tough on herself in the barn. That we got a couple curbs cleaned up on her, and she's been straight ahead since then. And hopefully he has some luck with her.
Good stuff. Well, thanks, Ben, and good luck on the weekend at Flamborough and the weeks ahead.
Thanks very much.
Harold Howe, Ben Wallace, 2-year-olds in training.